as you see, ain't nothing in the cart. So that means we got booted out. Check this out. We'll get some fresh rosemary, right?
How y'all doing? What y'all doing?
We're gonna get down to business here. Hey, look, we're gonna go ahead and start this mission to get chronic disease out of our system, right? But it starts with here. We have to have a plan. Those that don't have a plan to fail. So, hey, failure is not an option in here, Optimum Wellness Life, when we got to reduce risk of chronic disease out of our bodies. So, we're gonna start with a plan. We're gonna go back in the house. We're gonna go and set our plan up and get ready and come back to the store. All right, check it back in the house. Before we start, we have to have a tool, right? That we got to write down how we plan to go successfully completing our objective, right? We know our objective here. Our objective is to have chronic disease up out of our bodies, or at least lower the probability that it's in our bodies. But we have to have a tool. We have to have a tool to write down our plan of action. You don't see military generals just willy-nilly just going at the enemy. They got a map. They got some paper. They write the stuff down, and they're going to have a plan to attack. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have a plan to attack. So we got to write it down. So the first improvement method, we know paper and pencil, or pen and pencil, right? Better to do pencil. Can't go wrong with this old school method. Now, until this date, I still see people in the grocery store with their pen and paper checking off the items that they have put in their grocery cart. Hopefully those items are Optimal Wellness Life items. But anyway, now the updated method, the smartphone method. You can download any application that has, grocery shopping list, checklist, right? And if you're smart, you're using the Android. But I'm just playing now. If you got an Apple, there's plenty of applications for both types of phones, and you can go ahead and get a decent one. Make sure, obviously, it gives you the ability to check off the item that you put in your shopping cart. And you can pick one, play with a few of them. Now they should be free now, as y'all should know. Any apps that are free probably going to come with some type of advertising, so you got to wait for the commercial to run. But it's all good. You can pay for some if you want. It's up to your choice. I mean, it's up to you. But play with a few, see what you like. Obviously you can delete it or uninstall it, add a new one, see you like it, and that's it. Now, mind you, now we're at this point. We got our pen and paper, we got our app on our phone. Boom. Now we go to our kitchen. How we go about it, right? We're in our kitchen, and we're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna start with the end in mind. So let's start. With that being said, instead of shopping or instead of looking for stuff aimlessly in our kitchens to put in this and fill our grocery shopping list, we're gonna shop around general categories. Now, here at Optimum Wellness Life, we say the 90-10 principle, which means 90% of our calories or foods should come from whole food, plant-based foods or sources. With that being said, we're gonna fill out that shopping list with that in mind, with that purpose. The first one we're gonna hit off is fruits, right? Fresh fruits, apples, oranges, tangerines, and all that good stuff. Frozen fruits, blueberries, strawberries, all the types. Dry fruits, raisin, apricots, even avocados, right? Those are fresh fruits, actually. So that's the first category, right? Now, let me ask y'all this. When have you heard the last time said they had a good apple? Like, yeah, that apple was good I had for lunch. When you heard that last time? You know what? Optimal Wellness Life, that's what we hear. We're going to get that conversation back into here. We're going to have people talk about how they enjoy their apples or enjoy their spinach and such things. So we're going to, like I said, that's what we're here for, right? The next category in the whole food plant-based is vegetables, veggies, for sure. You can get them fresh or frozen. You can get fresh spinach, you can get frozen spinach. You can get fresh broccoli, you can get frozen broccoli, right? Peppers, all types of peppers from different parts of the world, Mexican peppers, regular peppers. There's different type of peppers you can get. The list is so many, right? Fresh vegetables like leafy stuff. You got your collard greens, your bok choy. Remember the bok choy I said about the other video? I'll check that out. Bok choy. There's so many different types of vegetables that have different type of nutritional value, cop them all, right? Next one, we want to go ahead and hit our legumes up. Now, legumes, people might understand what legumes are. Legumes are essentially beans and lentils, right? You know, there's a gang of different type of dry beans out here. We definitely like to do dry beans. We'll talk about canned beans later, but dry beans we definitely want to have in stock. You know, black beans, red beans, pinto beans, all type of beans. And lentils. Lentils come in different forms, colors, and there's so many varieties of lentils. It can drive you nuts. Now the next category in the whole food plant base is the whole grains. We need to fill our grocery carts with whole grains. We talk about oats, oatmeal, quinoa. If you sound fancy, quinoa. Black, brown, white. Black, brown, or wild rice. There's so many other types of whole grains, right? And whole grains, everything's intact. That's why I call it whole. You know, all that stuff, the fiber and stuff is in it, right? When it gets a little squirrely is when they take that stuff out and you don't have a lot of the nutrients you need. All right. The next category, y'all, is all types of nuts, all types of raw nuts. We want the raw nuts. Now, again, we're trying not to get the nuts that have a lot of oils and a lot of the salt. That's why we specify raw nuts. Now, they're going to be kind of funny to taste at first, right? And I started eating the raw nuts. I didn't like it because I was used to eating the nuts with a gang of salt on it and a gang of oil on it. We want you to get the raw nuts because it has a lot of the good fats, right? Now, fats is not, you know, when you hear fats, it gets a bad rap, but there's some good fats out there. And these raw nuts, not eating a whole lot, serving maybe a day. You definitely want to have that on hand, right? Because they have the good omega-3s and all the other good stuff in there, right? All the other minerals and stuff. So seeds, again, this is probably not talked about a whole lot. We definitely want to get our seeds in there, right? The seeds we're talking about: grounded chia seed, grounded flax seed, and maybe you eat some pumpkin seeds. There's a different type of seeds you can eat, and there's some types, seeds that are grounded that you can put in your oatmeal and different types of recipes. Yeah. So we definitely want to have the seeds in there, and definitely also spices and herbs. Types of spices of cinnamon, right? Maybe you put some oregano. You know, oregano's really popular Mexican cooking cuisine, and black pepper, right? Definitely want to have that in your grocery cart because these cinnamon, it's not essentially a part of the whole food plant-based thing, but it is because it has a lot of the nutrients and different type of vitamins and good stuff that's in it for us, right? And flavor enhancer, iodized salt, good for hormone regulation, right? Because of the iodine in it, right? So there you have it. Now, we're not shopping just aimlessly, just willy-nilly, right? We're in our kitchen. We got these categories, like I mentioned now, and we're going to shop around those categories. We're going to look in our refrigerator. We're going to look in our pantry. We're going to look in our spice, the lazy Susan, what they call it. See what we need as far as our spices. See what we need in our frozen vegetables and fruits. See what we need in our dried beans, and we're going to get to it. Now, we are ready to go. We're going to load our shopping list based off of the list I just sent you, and we're going to have a purpose to get the items that lead to optimal wellness life in there. So let's head back to the grocery store and get after it. I'm going to see y'all then. Coach Cliff back at it again. Check it. We over here in the legumes and whole grain section, right? Look, first thing we're going to do here, right? We set the shopping cart. We starting over here. Like, I like to start at the easy part. Look at this big pack of black beans, right? Look at the black beans. This thing got 20 grams of fiber, right? 20 grams of fiber, whole food plant-based. This is what's gonna get you full, right? A lot of people think, hey, you a vegan, this, coach that, this and that and the third. I said, no. Eat a cup of beans and see what you're gonna do. You be full for a good little bit. Start with that, right? Boom. Empty cart, right? Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go get some, we're gonna sound fast, we're gonna sound a little bougie. Get that quinoa. Yeah, the quinoa. I said quinoa because Coach Cliff ain't that fancy, right? Get some quinoa. You get some white one. Got the tricolor one. Look at the tricolor one because we fancy. We special around here. Get the tricolor one. This one, All right, it has 3 grams of fiber, a quarter cup. You're gonna eat more than a quarter cup of quinoa. You can probably eat a cup. It's another 12 grams of fiber, right? You got it? You got it. Boom. Fill that up. Now, this, like I said, we did black beans already. Let's go get some pinto beans, dried pinto beans. Another banger. This is another fiber banger, right? Gang of fiber in here. Gang of nutrients, gang of vitamins, a gang of good stuff. You already know. Put this in here. Boom. Now, that's the legumes, right? We ain't finished with legumes yet. A lot of folks don't know about lentils. Lentils are under legumes, right? What are lentils at? Boom. There you go. Anybody had lentil tacos before? This is where you're going to do it. Instead of replace that ground meat with this. Beautiful stuff. Cooks pretty easy. It seasons well. Has a gang of fiber, a gang of nutrients. Let's throw this in the cart, baby boy. Boom. You see the cart filling up with the legumes. Let's go ahead and get some let's get some rice. Now, Coach Cliff do white rice, but really Coach Cliff and all of us need to be doing the whole grains. Whole grains leaves everything intact, right? Wild rice. You see how they got the colors in there? You want wild rice, you want brown rice, you want black rice. Get this, whole grains, got a whole bunch of good stuff in it. Now you guys, what's that thing they call, boy, the gluten? Make sure you get, if y'all got some gluten issues, make sure you get the ones that don't have gluten, right? Coach Cliff don't got no gluten issues, so this is going down. Wild rice, whole grain, right? Now, the whole grains also include oatmeal. We're gonna find where the oatmeal's at, but for now, let's go ahead and go to a next session. We're gonna put that oatmeal back in there. So we covered here the 2 sections: whole grains and legumes. Show that card again. See what we did. Look at all that good stuff. And the beautiful thing about this types of foods, they don't go bad. You can store them for a good little while. They packed with fiber. They packed with a lot of nutrients, right? Look, optimal wellness life. What we're doing with this shopping cart, and we starting in the whole grains and legume section, we're gonna go ahead and start this process to evict chronic disease up out of our body. Hey, we're here in the frozen area section, right? Frozen vegetables, frozen fruit. We're gonna start with the frozen fruit, right? We're gonna go ahead and get ourselves the tropical fruit blend, right? Get anyone. We prefer organic, but do what you gotta do, right? Here, you can put in, use for smoothies and other things, right? But I like this with smoothies, right? Because the fruit don't go bad that fast. You put in in the freezer, it lasts for a good little while, but we're trying to crush this in 1 week, to be honest with you. This has, like I said, everything we have has fiber. Anything that has fiber, nutrients follows right behind it. This has, in 1 serving, 3 grams of fiber. Wild blueberries, frozen blueberries. We're here at the frozen aisle section for frozen fruits and frozen vegetables. This has a gang of antioxidants, right? We'll get to that later, but we need antioxidants, right? And a gang of fiber. Good for smoothies. I use it for smoothies. I don't know what else. Comment, see what else you use frozen berries, frozen blueberries for. Let Coach Cliff know, because you know we are a sharing community, and I want to know what y'all think. Give me some ideas about how we can use frozen blueberries, right? Next thing we're going to do, we're going to go to our frozen vegetables. Look at that broccoli. Broccoli, you can eat it straight up. You can put it in soups. You can put it in salads. Got a lot of fiber, and then you already know, anything with fiber got a lot of nutrients. Check that fiber out. Check that frozen broccoli out. Beautiful thing. Put it in there. See how we filling that thing up? This is the shopping cart of optimal wellness. We're going to dust and leave chronic disease behind. Next one, we're going to look at some more frozen vegetables. Pull out that California blend. You got that cauliflower, you got those carrots, and you got the frozen broccoli. Get that, you eat it straight up. You can match it with some quinoa or quinoa, depending on how you want to say it. Quinoa, you know what I'm talking about. A gang of fiber, a gang of nutrients. That's what we want. Optimal wellness life shopper cart. Y'all already know how it's going down. Check it. We're gonna throw one more thing in here. I like the mixed one. It's like a compound movement, and when you're doing your gym workouts. You got your green peas, and you got your string beans, you got some carrots, and all that good stuff. A gang of nutrients, a gang of fiber. You already know what's going down. That doesn't have that much calories, which we don't talk about calories too much here, but we'll throw that in there. And dietary fibers are a lot. Two-thirds of the cup is nothing. Y'all gonna crush, you wanna crush 3 cups of this. You definitely want to crush 3 cups of this. Put that in that cart. So y'all see it. Frozen foods. We ain't talking about frozen pizza. We talking about frozen vegetables, frozen fruit. Put in your freezer, it lasts a good little while. Boom, and we're gonna be good. So we're gonna go to the next session. We don't know where we're gonna go, but we're gonna go to the next one and continue to fill this shopping cart. Show on that shopping cart. Continue to fill that shopping cart with foods that's gonna knock out chronic disease. Okay, Coach Cliff is in another section, A, Optimal Wellness Life Shopping Cart. Again, what's our purpose here? Our objective is to eliminate chronic disease. This is how we do it. This is where it starts. We want to start, like I said, it's not really it's a part of the whole food plant-based deal, but it's not like a main part. It's like a subsection, right? But we need to flavor our foods, not with just salt. We want to flavor our foods with herbs and spices. We're going to start off with the first herb. Where's that oregano at? Oregano, I just had it in my face. Right over there. There you go. Yep, oregano. Do that oregano. Has a lot of good stuff in it, antioxidants, using the Mexican food, season your lentil tacos, get some good oregano in there, right? Let's go, hey, look at the paprika. I don't know what paprika's good for, but I just like saying paprika. Yeah, it's like saying paprika. Go throw some paprika in your food, right? Now, next thing we're gonna do, got some cinnamon, right? Cinnamon has some antioxidant properties in it. Put it in your oatmeal, put it in your whole food plant-based muffins and all that good stuff. A lot of good stuff in cinnamon. Next thing we're gonna do, check out the Mexican chili joints. We like peppers, dried peppers. These are the Mexican peppers, right? You can actually make your own chili, right? You dry these peppers out, crush them and grind them, and it's a good pepper, nice chili powder for your foods, right? There's a lot of this good stuff right here. Got a lot of antioxidants and type of antioxidants it has, the flavonoids and all that good stuff. And it gets you running too, if y'all know what I'm talking about. So depending on your taste, do an internet search. These ones, some are more hotter or spicier than others. Find your blend and check that out. Okay, Coach Clifford over here at the same grocery store that we was getting them foods that are leading to chronic disease. We're in that same grocery store to get the foods that's leading to getting chronic disease up out of our system. So we're in the fresh fruit and vegetable section, right? First thing we're gonna pull out is some kale. It just look healthy. Don't it look healthy? It just look healthy, right? Good for smoothies, good for just cooking it, right? Get some good flavors in there. Got a lot of fiber, got a lot of antioxidants, got a lot of good stuff, right? Throw that in the cart, right? Hey, a lot of y'all guys don't know it, but ginger is a really good thing to use. And you can put it in smoothies. You can leave it in your water, right? It's good for digestion. So you chop a couple up, put it in your water, let it sit for a little while, and eat it, right? It's good for good bacteria and for our colon and all that good stuff. Throw that in there, right? Let's go ahead. Got what they call cucumbers. Cucumbers, good for salads, right? Throw this in your salad, give you some nice crunch, and it got a lot of good stuff in it. It's green, you already know. Now, next session we're gonna get, remember we was in the herb section of dry herbs? Now we're gonna get some fresh herbs. We'll get some fresh dill for our dressings. We'll get some fresh rosemary, right?
How y'all doing? What y'all doing?
Media relations, we don't allow that.
Okay.
Yep.
We got you, man.
All right.
All right, man.
Put everything back.
Well, I'm here all the time, so.
Thank
but
you.
we putting good stuff in there. We talking good stuff about the store, so don't worry about it. But we got you, man. Okay, y'all. Hey, Coach Cliff is out here right now. We was in the middle of finishing our Optimal Wellness Life shopping cart. As you see, ain't nothing in the cart, so that means we got booted out. Check this out. So anyway, look, as we said, we got booted out. We out here, but you know what? We finished this here. We want to go ahead and get this Optimal Wellness Life shopping cart done, right? It's funny, we in the same spot we was at, and when we was filling the shopping cart up with foods and items that promote chronic disease, we got it done. But when we about to finish the one where we promote foods that's going to get the chronic disease out, y'all already know there's some forces at hand that's making it happen. Well, we're gonna keep this thing moving, right? Anyway, where we was at, we had we was doing our fresh vegetables, right? I was gonna throw some sweet potatoes in there. You know, that's a superfood. If you don't know that, that's a superfood. Throw some regular potatoes in there. We're gonna go around, buck the right, get some fresh fresh fruits, fresh strawberries in season over here in NC. Fresh apples, organic, we can do them. Oranges, tangerines, peaches, all that good stuff. We're gonna put that in this cart because that's what we're about. Our purpose, our objective, like I said earlier, is to get chronic disease out of your body. And the way to do it is in this shopper cart. The war starts in this shopper cart. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be strategic about it and we're gonna get it done. So anyway, hey, it doesn't stop. Coach Cliff mission doesn't stop. We here, and look, what I wanted to tell you guys, as always, look, if you need some support in getting chronic disease, check out the website, optimalwellnesslife.com. We've got some coaching programs. We're getting the course together. It's April 2024 now. Hopefully it'll be done in a few, right? Check it out if you want to do DIY style. It's all good. But anyway, as you see the shopper cart, we don't stop. We're going to go ahead and keep it moving, right? And we're going to keep it moving and keep it coming. So anyway, I thank you for viewing this thing. Had a little interruption, but we're gonna keep this thing going. Optimal Wellness Life. Hey, Coach Cliff, we love to making these videos. We're glad for your viewership. We check y'all later.